Hi everyone! Welcome to Comprehensive English Lab, your complete path to mastering English. This is the very first video in our Comprehensive IELTS Listening series. We designed this series especially for students who feel they have zero knowledge or keep getting low scores. Step by step, we'll take you from the basics to Band 7, 7.5, or even higher. No more wasting months on wrong practice. In today's video, IELTS Listening. Watch this before first practice. If you watch till the end, you'll discover the 5 most important things 90% of students miss, things that can easily add 1-2 bands to your score. Many of my students say, "I wish I knew this before my first practice." Trust me, this will save you time and frustration. If you're serious about IELTS, hit like right now, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next lessons in this series. Let's jump in.
Part 1. The test format, what you really face.
First, the test format. Super important to know from day one. IELTS Listening has exactly 4 parts and 40 questions. You hear each recording only once. No repeats. Part 1. Everyday conversation between 2 people. For example, booking tickets or asking about a place. Part 2. One person speaking. For example, a tour guide or information talk. Part 3. 2 to 4 people talking about studies. For example, university students and their professor. Part 4. Lecture on an academic topic, the hardest. For example, an academic presentation about microplastics in the soil. Big fact, the listening test is 100% the same for academic and general training. Official IELTS website confirms, the listening section is identical in both versions. It means no difference, only one version for everyone.
Part 2. How your score is calculated, the numbers that matter.
How do they calculate your band score? It's straightforward but powerful. 40 questions equals 40 possible marks. Each correct answer equals 1 mark. No penalty for wrong answers. So, never forget to guess when you run out of time. Your correct answers are then converted to a band. Here's the latest official approximate table from IELTS.org. British Council, IDP, 2025-2026. What do you see from this? From top to bottom, we have 39 to 40, correct, band 9. 37 to 38, band 8.5. 35 to 36, band 8. Can you guess, with 34 correct answers, which score would you have? That's right, you'll be at band 7.5. Obviously, in the table, right? How about this? With 28 correct answers, you'd be at? Maybe you already guessed. It's band 6.5. Why? Because it shows from 26 to 29 converts to band 6.5. Pretty simple, huh? Similarly, we have 23 to 25, band 6. 18 to 22, band 5.5. Etc., etc. To hit band 7, aim for about 30 correct, just 10 wrong at max. Doesn't sound easy, right? However, with some misunderstanding about IELTS listening, you'll easily lose more than 10 answers. Are you curious? Let's find out ASAP.
Part 3. Popular myths busted.
Myth number 1. Spelling and grammar don't matter in listening. Truth. Wrong. They matter hugely. Wrong spelling or grammar equals 0 marks. According to British Council, marks are lost for incorrect spelling and grammar. Spelling must be perfect. Accommodation, not accommodation. Necessary, not an accessory. Grammar is critical, especially in completion tasks. Sentence completion, note completion, table flow chart summary completion. Your answer must fit grammatically. All answers in these tasks can be wrong just because of missing SES in plural nouns. Example. Speaker says.
And also, there are free laptops for students.
Question. The library provides free. For students. You must write laptops. Write laptop singular completely wrong, even if you heard it right. The sentence needs plural to match. This tiny error happens all the time. Students lose 3-5+ marks easily. Tip. Look at words around the gap. Many, several, a lot of, usually plural. Practice common words. Myth number 2. Listening is easy. Just listen once and write answers at the end. Truth. No. You must listen actively all the time. Answers come in order, but you can lose track if you miss one word. You read questions before each part starts. Predict answers. Follow synonyms. It's not passive, it's active listening, or you get lost. Myth number 3. Only British English in the test. Truth. Wrong. They use a mix of accents. British, Australian, New Zealand, American, Canadian, and more. The test is fair and doesn't favor one accent. But if you only practice British, Australian speakers can feel hard. Official info. A variety of native speaker accents are used in test recordings from IELTS.org and preparation sites. Tip. Practice with different accents now. Myth number 4. Predicting the answer before listening is always a great idea. It makes the test easier. Many beginners think,
before the audio starts, I should guess the exact answer and wait for it to confirm. That's smart and saves time.
Truth, half right, half wrong. This technique can help or hurt you badly, depending on how you do it. Wrong way, super common mistake. Avoid this. You predict only one possible answer and become super confident about it. Then you stop listening carefully and just wait for your guess to appear. But IELTS loves tricks. The speaker might say something different, add details, or correct themselves. You miss the real answer because you're too focused on your prediction. Official prep from IDP and British Council warns, don't predecide one answer too strongly. It makes you ignore the actual audio. For example, question. The workshop starts at. Before you listen, maybe you quickly predict 9 a.m. That's standard for morning sessions. Then the speaker says,
We usually start at 9, but this time, because of traffic, it's 9:30.
correct, 9:30 or 9:30. So if you keep remembering 9 or 9 a.m., it's clearly wrong. This costs 4 marks, easily. So, how should we predict the answer? The right way is predict at least 3 possible answers or types, e.g., a time like morning 9 a.m., 10 o'clock. This warms up your brain without locking you to one idea. You stay flexible and ready for surprises. But this needs quick thinking and practice. My suggestion is, start slow in practice tests. Use the 20-30 seconds before each part to underline keywords and think of 2-3 possible ideas, not just one. Example. For cost, predict cheap, expensive, $20, free. Then listen openly. Always keep listening fully. Your prediction is just a guide, not the final answer. Conclusion. Prediction is powerful, but only when you don't bet everything on one guess. Myth number 5. The answer is always the first thing that matches the question. Write it fast before it changes. Students often think, I heard a match. Quick, write it. No need to keep listening. Truth. No. This is one of the sneakiest traps IELTS uses on purpose. The speaker frequently says something wrong or old first, then corrects it with words like, actually, sorry, I mean, no, wait, but, or however. The real answer comes after the correction. From official practice tests and IDP British Council tips, they add these self-corrections to test if you follow the final information. Clear example. Very common in Part 2, Tour Guide, or Part 3 Discussion. Speaker.
The tickets cost $20 for adults. Oh wait, sorry, I mean $25 because we added the guide fee.
Question. How much do adult tickets cost? Correct. $25. Wrong, $20. They wrote the first number they heard and stopped listening. Beginners love this because it feels fast and safe, but it costs 5 marks across the test. Tip. Keep listening until the speaker moves on to the next idea. Watch for change words like but, actually, or instead. They signal the correct info is coming.
Conclusion.
So now you know the real format. Exact scoring, why spelling, grammar, plurals destroy scores, active skills needed, and accent variety. This is why this video is worth every minute. It stops you from common traps that keep most students stuck at band -5. Which myth surprised you most? Or what's your target listening band? Comment below. Don't miss the upcoming videos in this series. Question types explained, top tips for each part, practice strategies, and more. If you enjoy this video, please like, share with friends who study IELTS, and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss any informative videos like this. Thank you for watching Comprehensive English Lab. We can't wait to see you again in the next video. Very, very soon.